In 1 Chronicles chapter 26, King David continues preparing for the future temple by organizing the gatekeepers, treasurers, and other officials who will oversee the daily work of God's house. While the priests, Levites, and musicians have already received their assignments, this chapter shows that every practical responsibility is also important in the worship of the Lord. The chapter begins with the appointment of the gatekeepers. These men are chosen from the families of Korah and Merari, two branches of the tribe of Levi. Their task is to guard the entrances to the temple, protect the sacred areas, and ensure that everything connected with worship is carried out properly. Special attention is given to Meshelemiah, a descendant of Korah, whose sons are listed among the gatekeepers. Another prominent gatekeeper is Obed-Edom, the man whose household was greatly blessed when the Ark of the Covenant remained in his home after the death of Uzzah. Because of God's blessing upon him, Obed-Edom's many sons and grandsons are appointed to serve in the temple. The chapter describes them as capable and trustworthy men who are strong enough for the work. The descendants of Hosah from the family of Merari also receive important responsibilities. Together, these families provide faithful men to guard every entrance to the house of God. The gatekeeping assignments are determined by casting lots, with younger and older men treated alike. Each family receives a specific gate to oversee. Some are assigned to the east gate, others to the north, south, and west gates, while others guard the storehouses and surrounding areas. Every position is carefully planned so that the temple is watched over at all times. The chapter then turns to the temple treasurers. Certain Levites are placed in charge of the treasures dedicated to the Lord. These include gifts and valuable items that had been dedicated by David, military commanders, and other leaders after victories in battle. The treasures consist of gold, silver, bronze, and other valuable items that will one day be used to support the ministry of the temple. Rather than keeping these riches for personal gain, Israel's leaders dedicate them to God's service. Among those overseeing the treasuries are descendants of Gershon, while members of the family of Amram are entrusted with additional responsibilities. The chapter reminds readers that faithful stewardship is just as important as public ministry. The final section describes Levites who serve as officers and judges throughout Israel. Men such as Chenaniah and his sons oversee administrative duties outside the temple, helping govern the people according to God's law. The descendants of Hebron, including Hashabiah and Jerijah, are also appointed over regions west and east of the Jordan River. They supervise matters involving both religious and civil responsibilities, ensuring justice and faithful leadership throughout the nation. David's careful organization demonstrates that worship involves far more than sacrifices and songs. Behind every act of worship are faithful servants carrying out practical tasks with diligence and integrity. The key message of this chapter is that every responsibility in God's work matters. Whether guarding the gates, managing resources, or serving as leaders, each person contributes to the worship and well-being of God's people. Faithfulness in unseen duties is just as valuable as serving in visible roles. Next comes 1 Chronicles chapter 27, where David organizes Israel's military divisions, tribal leaders, and royal officials, preparing the nation for an orderly transition to Solomon's reign.